Hey guys, how are you doing this evening? This is Dee, and that is my dog throwing a bone over there if you can hear her. And I am coming to you live from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I hope you are having a great day. So, what is today? Today's Wednesday. So I am making some cookies that I made back in February. We went to Costco and we picked up these cookies because they looked so yummy, and I flipped them over and I looked at the carbs on them, and there was literally 13 grams of carbs in them, and the cookie was about that big around. And I'm like, nope, can't have 13 carbs in one single cookie. That is 3/4 of my carbs for the day. So anyways, I am coming to you live with the recipe that we came up with on the drive home. My husband and I, we were talking about it, and then we decided to try it. Hey, Ken. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going on a little late tonight. Hey, Nancy. How are you guys doing? Hey, Kathy. So happy to see you. Hey, Ann. I appreciate all y'all joining me. So, guys, if you're catching me live, please put a 1 in the comments. If you're catching me on the replay, please put #replay. And if you're new, tell me that you're new, and always tell me where you guys are coming from, because I love knowing where you guys are located at. So this recipe is actually very simple. I couldn't remember it being this simple when, because the first time I made it, we were playing with it, and we tried about 4 different recipes before we finally found the one that really worked, okay? So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna cut my skillet on about 5, so that's about medium, and I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of butter. I am using Kerrygold butter in this. I don't always use Kerrygold butter because it is a little bit pricier, but if you are strict keto, you're going to use Kerrygold butter in most of your stuff. I am not strict keto, I am lazy keto, so I don't always use Kerrygold, but I do use it in certain things, and baking cookies is one of the things that I think it is a win on. You're not new? Nope, I know you're not new. But I appreciate you joining me still. From Florida, Nancy, thank you so much. Hey, Nicole. So guys, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna melt this butter and get it going. And then while we're doing that, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar swerve, okay? So not actual regular sugar, but brown sugar swerve. We're going to add a tablespoon of granulated swerve. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Susan. And we're going to add that in here. We're going to add 2.5 tablespoons of almond flour. So that's 1, 2, and a half. And well, that half didn't come out. There we go. I'm just going to kind of push this down right quick and stir all this in together. And guys, we will put this in the oven at 350 for 7 to 10 minutes, okay? But it is a super easy recipe. You want the consistency to kind of be the consistency of caramel. So it's not going to be real thick when you're putting it on your cookie sheet in a minute. And I will show you how it works. Can you guys see that? So we're just blending this all together. And my stove is telling me I lifted my pan up. There we go. Now, what I've got done, guys, is I've got some cashews here. We're making, I called them just almond cashew cookies. But I've got some cashews here, and I'm going to take about half of this, and I'm going to put it in here. I just blended them up. Obviously, this recipe is a dirty keto recipe, and I've got slivered almonds that I did the same thing to, and I'm going to take about half of them and do the same thing with that. The other half I will use in just a minute. And then I'm going to take 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, okay? And I'm going to put that right in here. And then I'm going to blend this all in together. So you kind of got to keep your eye on this because you obviously don't want to scorch it. but I promise this cookie is delicious. So you're just gonna let it blend a little bit and let it simmer a little bit to thicken up just a touch, not a lot. And then we're gonna take it off the heat in just a minute. And we are going to put an egg in it because we gotta let it cool for just a second before we add that egg. Can you guys see that? Hey Jerry. I know it doesn't look like it will make a lot, but honestly guys, because you're gonna put the cookie so thin, it makes about 2 dozen cookies. So hang in there for the finished product. And guys, if you're getting any value out of this, please share it out there. And guys, I do already have this recipe in our group. So if you want to be in the group and you're not already in the group, then put group in the comments. If you are already in the group, just search for cashew cookies or cashew almond cookies and it will come up. But I've searched cashew cookies to find it again. And I am the one that put it in there, so you could search for my name as well. So it's really, really up to you. Okay, so we're gonna take this off the heat and let it kind of do its thing for a second. And my stove is gonna beep at me for taking it off the eye. Okay, let me get my egg. I have it over here. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and crack my egg in this bowl. And just go ahead and whip it right up while that's cooling down a little bit. Hey Angelica, hey Jackie, how are you? Hey Renita. So Ken, are you ready to have the cookies? Hey Lori. Okay, so now we're going to put the egg in here and we're going to go ahead and blend it in really good. Just takes a minute to get it all blended in. You got to kind of do this fast because you don't want the egg to scramble. You're literally just getting it in your cookie, your mixture, okay? Okay, so see, that's what it looks like. Now you can use parchment paper. I have, let me get my cookie sheet up. I have the mats here, and they literally have the circles. Hey Lori, hey Holly. And I'm literally going to just put this on the mat, on the circle. So you just literally take a little bit of it out, and I don't know why I'm saying literally so much tonight. And you just put it on there. And go to the next one. And this is super thin, guys. You do not want this to be thick because it's a crunchy cookie. If you make it too thick, it will not be crunchy. So you just go to the next one. Do the same thing. And it does not expand, so however wide you make it is how big your cookie will be. So you don't have to worry about it bleeding over into your other cookie because it's not going to. It's just going to stick with what you got. So I'm not gonna ask you guys to watch me do that, but that's what it looks like when I'm about to throw it in the oven. I'm gonna put this over here for a second, and I'm gonna bring these over here. Now, this, after they're baked, this is what they look like after they're baked. Just super thin. So what we do, guys, is I've got some chocolate chip cookies and some butter right here. Hey, Roberta. And I'm gonna stick these in the microwave, and it's really up to you on how much chocolate you wanna melt. And I put about a tablespoon of butter in it just to make it stir up really well. And then we're gonna dip or spoon the chocolate onto the cookies. And then once we do that, we'll be done. But you want to let them sit up. So let me show you what they look like. So they're like this. This is without the topping, so you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever design you want to make. So here's one where I just did a half of a dip. Here's one where I did a cookie with a filling. I don't know if you guys can see that. And this is the original way I did it, and honestly, this is the way I like it the best, because what I did with the leftover cashews and leftover almonds is sprinkled them on top. So I don't know either, Roberta. That's funny. Hey, Terry. Hey, how are you doing? So it just looks like this, guys, on one side, and then you've got your cashews and your almond and chocolate on the other side. So like I said, this is a dirty keto recipe, but it's super, super easy to make. And then you will have your treat, whether you want it for a party, whether you want it for just yourself to have for a few days. It's really up to you on what you do with it. But I'm going to finish making these cookies because I've got about 2 more dozen to make. Dorothy, I made the cookies that William likes, the cashew almond cookies. But that's what I got for you guys tonight. So if you got any value out of this, please share it out there. If you want to be added to the group where these thousands of recipes are located, there are strict keto recipes, there's low carb keto recipes, there's lazy keto recipes, there's no keto police in the group. So if you want to be part of that group, if you're not already in there, then please put group in the comments. If you are already in the group, you can search the group for cashew cookies and it will come up for you, okay? All right, guys, you have an awesome night. Thank y'all for the hearts and the thumbs up. I love it. Thank you for sharing, Dorothy. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye now.